Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back again for another episode with Rindori, the Wood Elf Hunter. Last episode, I pretty much got mauled by a bear. You know, Rayloff started to get mauled and attacked or whatever. We managed to take this bear down. So, what I want to do here is what all the hunters do. Is try to scavenge at least something. So right now I'm going to grab the arrows I shot in it, and I'm going to grab some ingredients because we're trying to get out of this place. I mean, we've been in here long enough, so we're trying to get the broad daylight and escape Hellgen finally for good. I noticed last episode that there was a problem with the sound. Sound was a little off sync, and I looked it up and I changed the setting in OBS. That's the software I'm using to record, so hopefully it's all good and we'll just move on from that. So we're in Dory. In the beginning, it's going to be very. Oh, another thing is, let me show you guys something really quick. So when you first start Requiem, the mod or whatever, you get 3 perks, and these 3 perks are used to define your character. You know, just say, okay, you know, this is his archetype. Now already, if you notice, everything is, well, mostly everything is set to 5. Everything that's not set to 5 is basically something that Rindori, you know, specialized in, be it his race, you know, or his background or whatever. I didn't do this, actually the mod did this, so it's kind of convenient. But what I like to do is I like to put 1 perk in combat stat. I like to put 1 in specialization. So for Rindori, it'll be like light armor, but this mod changes light armor to evasion, so it kind of suits that character type more. And also I'm going to put 1 in a crafting. I always put 1 in the crafting skill, if it's smithing or it's alchemy or if it's enchanting or whatever. But so we're going to start off with enchanting. I'm sorry, alchemy. I didn't say that. He's going to be alchemist, Rindori. Of course, it kind of blends in with that whole hunter thing and gathering plants in the wild and making his own potions and stuff like that. It only makes sense. And finally, archery, because that's going to be his main thing. So let's. Just in case, we're gonna add command animal. In the future, I'm going to, you know, hotkey everything, make sure everything is immersive and everything. But for now, I'm just trying to get out of this dungeon and just into the world. So probably when I get to Riverwood, I actually handle all that other stuff off camera, of course. I'll edit it out.
Wait! There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time.
Little side thing, I noticed that sun looks a little weird, and I think that's because I'm using the EMB sun. Because I had EMB before, but then I took it away. But I forgot to swap out the texture. But that looks pretty good. It makes me think that this is this world's sun. It doesn't have to look exactly like our sun.
I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
So right now, since Rindori doesn't know the land of Skyrim and he's new to this place, he's a little timid when it comes to venturing off on his own, at least for now.
You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulf.
Get away. Like I said, there's no set plan for this playthrough. It's just gonna be his character
See that ruin up there?
doing anything that he feels
Never understood how my
will benefit
sister
him.
could stand living in the shadow of that place. I guess you get used to it. These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
And of course, we're gonna go ahead and pick the Thief Stone because, for obvious reasons.
Thief, eh? It's never too late to take charge of your own fate, you know.
See, with this mod, he's not, Rindori's not going to be necessarily a thief, but with Requiem, what it does is you have to pick a specialization, so warrior, mage, or thief, and then there's a lot of different Guardian Stones out there that caters to these different ones. So the thief, there's, I don't exactly remember the names of the stones, but there's some out there that Rindori might stumble upon and choose. I don't really know either what I'm going to pick, but it'll be interesting to find out.
Remember, this isn't Stormcloak territory. If we're ahead of the news from Hellgen, we should be fine. As long as we don't do anything stupid. If we run into any imperials, just let me do the talking, alright?
By the way, this is not a typical commentary playthrough. It's not that I don't want to do it or I can't do it, but I really wanted to go for immersion on this playthrough, so I'm not going to be talking much. I'm just going to point out different things, you know, that's going on with the character at the time. But I'm not going to, you know, give you a play-by-play or act the fool. At least not on this playthrough or this series. The Skyrim Adventures. At least I think that's the name of it. I don't think I think I changed the name. It's just going to be Adventures with so and so, because since my channel is for Skyrim, that's kind of redundant to say Skyrim Adventures blah blah blah. I mean, for guy that posts, thing that says Wood Elf and it looks like Skyrim in the picture, the thumbnail, and it's probably Skyrim. Just on a side note, I actually added a mod that is, I think it's called Fallen Trees. That's what it's called, or something like that. But yeah, just been, as self-explanatory, I add a bunch of fallen trees to Skyrim, and sometimes since you're using, right now I'm using Frostfall, so getting wet is not always the best thing in certain areas. Right here, this is not that cold, but in certain areas, it could really be a pain. So that mod will just help you along the way, and it's realistic. It's a nice little realistic way to do that.
Follow me. Pod, come here a minute. I need your help with something.
What is it, woman? Sven drunk on the job again?
Pod, just come here.
Raylo, what are you doing here? Ha, I'll be right down.
Uncle Rayla, can I see your axe? How many imperials have you killed? Do you really know Ulfric's Stormcloak?
Is it me or that dog look like a, a pile of shit?
Go and watch the south road.
What the hell?
If you see any
It
imperial
looks like a
soldiers,
big turd.
Aw,
I'm
no.
using automatic variants, but I didn't know that was one of the colors for the dog. That's hilarious
Look at you.
and disgusting
Almost
at
a
the same
grown
time.
man. Won't be long before you'll be joining the fight yourself.
That's right. Don't worry, Uncle Rayla. I won't let them sneak up on you.
Now, Raylo, what's going on? You two look pretty well done in. I can't remember when I last slept. Where to start? Well, the news you heard about Ulfric was true. The Imperials ambushed us outside Darkwater Crossing. Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in Hellgen this morning, and I thought it was all over. Had us lined up with the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen the truth then. But then, out of nowhere, a dragon attacked.
You don't mean a real, live...
I can hardly believe it myself. And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead if not for that dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the south road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, Gerda, but...
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Let me worry about the Imperials. Any friend of Raylof's is a friend of mine. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
So as I mentioned before, Rindori is oh, nice, convenient. That's very convenient that she gave me a tent. He's a carnivore, so he's not going to be eating any of this stuff. Doesn't even remotely appeal to him. But you will take the valuables and the stuff that makes sense.
There is something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Thanks, sister. I knew we could count on you.
I ought to get back to work before I missed, but did anyone else escape? Did Ulfric?
Don't worry. I'm sure he made it out. It'll take more than a dragon to stop Ulfric's Stormcloak. I'll let them into the house and, you know, show them where everything is.
Help them drink up our mead, you mean? Good luck, brother. I'll see you later.
Don't worry about me. I know how to lay low.
So Rindori, he's pretty much going to kind of do his own thing right now. He's going to break off from the crowd because naturally, I mean, this is not his people. This is not his home. So he doesn't feel comfortable with, and I know it sounds racist, but that's the way he thinks. This particular character. So he's going to go try to find that Bosmer that he saw earlier, and see what he's up to.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you. I'll show you what I know. He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope. I've been thinking. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly. Good day.
So, as I mentioned before, Rindori doesn't think he's racist. He's veering towards his comfort zone, but it may be seen as racism but in his eyes, in his head, he thinks that, racism is more or less if a person has blind hate towards another person because of their race, and that's not what he does. So, now, is it still racism to have bias towards another race? It's not hate, but it's bias. That's up for debate, and that's up for the person to decide on that. But in his mind, he doesn't think that. So right now, he's going to go off and venture outside of town just to kind of get familiar with the land around Riverwood, because he's more comfortable in the woods anyway. So, and he would like to see if he can grab some meat or any type of items in the wild before the night falls. So there are going to be some instances where he gets into it with a creature, and the creature gets away, so he's going to have to track down the creature, whatever it may be. That's kind of like the fun part. So he senses danger in the area, and from his count, there was 3 wolves. So, in the meantime, he's gonna drag this wolf, into a better place that he can remember. Oh, that's interesting. So it seems like the wolf led him to a cave formation. So this is something that he's going to note but not pursue at the moment, because dust is upon us and pretty soon here there's going to be night. So he's going to continue tracking the wolf down. He heard the wolf run this way. So as Rindori looks into the sky, he's frustrated. I mean, he's frustrated right now, and he cannot find the wolf. And he's hungry, he's thirsty, and he's tired. It's been a long day. So, and he almost got, he almost lost his life today. So, he's actually going to give up the chase. But what he will do is grab the other wolf's carcass and drag it a little closer to the village. Uh-oh. There we go. Bingo. And sometimes things will just fall your way. Fate will fall your way. So he thinks about what Morrow said to him while he was in the dungeon. And believes that maybe she was right. So I stated before, it's getting too dark right now and he needs to get back to town. So he's just going to take the chance because he knows he has that one wolf. He's going to pick up this rabbit that they killed, take it with him so he could dress it later. And the other wolf, he knows he has one stored away close to the village over there. The other two wolves, he's just going to have to take the chance of leaving them out there for the night. Leaving this carcass out here for the night, and because it could be eaten that night by something else and lost. So tomorrow he'll figure out what's going on.